Mourning Becomes Electra is a dramatic trilogy of plays written by American playwright Eugene O'Neill. The trilogy is a reimagining of the Greek tragedy Electra and is set in post-Civil War New England. It was first performed in 1931 and consists of three plays: Homecoming, The Hunted, and The Haunted. The story revolves around the Manon family, drawing parallels to the House of Etruscus in Greek mythology. The central character, Lavinia Manon, corresponds to the character of Electra in the original Greek play. The trilogy explores themes of revenge, guilt, and the destructive impact of the past on the present. Mourning Becomes Electra is known for its complex characters, psychological depth, and O'Neill's signature exploration of family dynamics and human suffering. It's considered one of O'Neill's most ambitious and intricate works, and it has been adapted into various forms. Mourning Becomes Electra is set in the aftermath of the American Civil War 1861 to 1865, and its historical background plays a significant role in shaping the narrative. Here's some historical context for the play. American Civil War. The play is set in the years following the Civil War, a conflict between the northern states, the Union, and the southern states, the Confederacy. The war had profound social, political, and economic consequences for the United States. It resulted in the abolition of slavery, the preservation of the Union, and a period of Reconstruction in the South. Post-war trauma. The aftermath of the Civil War was marked by immense trauma and social upheaval. Many families had lost loved ones in the conflict, and the nation was grappling with issues of reconciliation, grief, and rebuilding. This context of loss and suffering is reflected in the play's themes of mourning and psychological turmoil. New England setting. The play is specifically set in New England, a region in the northeastern United States known for its Puritan heritage, which is often associated with strict moral codes and a sense of historical weight. This setting adds a layer of cultural and regional complexity to the story. Greek tragedy influence. Eugene O'Neill drew inspiration from Greek tragedy, particularly the story of Electra, to explore timeless themes of revenge, fate, and the consequences of past actions. The historical background of the American Civil War is juxtaposed with the classical elements of Greek tragedy, creating a unique fusion of historical and mythological elements in the play. Mourning Becomes Electra by Eugene O'Neill explores several complex and interconnected themes. Throughout its trilogy of plays, some of the key themes in the work include familial dysfunction. The Manon family is plagued by dysfunction, including conflicts, secrets, and betrayals. The play delves into the intricate dynamics within the family and how the sins of the past continue to affect the present generation. Revenge. Revenge is a central theme, as the characters seek to avenge past wrongs and betrayals. Lavinia's desire for revenge against her mother, Christine, and her lover, Adam, is a driving force in the story. Guilt and atonement. Guilt and the need for atonement are pervasive themes. Characters grapple with their guilty consciences and struggle to find redemption for their past actions. This theme is closely tied to the idea of inherited guilt, fate, and determinism. The play raises questions about fate and the idea that certain events are predestined or inescapable. The characters often feel trapped by their circumstances, unable to break free from the cycle of suffering. Lavinia Manon. Lavinia is one of the central characters and serves as a modern counterpart to Electra in Greek mythology. She is determined and ruthless in her quest for revenge against her mother, Christine, and her lover, Adam. Lavinia is deeply affected by the loss of her father, Ezra, and becomes consumed by a sense of duty to her family's name and legacy. Her character undergoes a significant transformation as she evolves from a reserved young woman into a vengeful force. Christine Manon. Christine is Lavinia's mother and the widow of Ezra Manon. She is a complex character driven by her own desires and ambitions. Her affair with Adam Brandt and her manipulation of the family's dynamics contribute to the play's conflicts. Christine's character raises questions about the role of women in society and the consequences of her actions on her family. Ezra Manon, though he is deceased when the play begins, Ezra's presence looms large over the story. He's a stern and morally upright character, representing the patriarchal authority of the family. His death and the circumstances surrounding it play a pivotal role in the unfolding drama. Oren is Lavinia's brother, and is deeply affected by his father's death and his mother's actions. He returns from the war a changed man, haunted by the past and deeply conflicted. Oren's character represents the psychological toll of war and the weight of family secrets. Adam Brandt. Adam is a stranger who enters the Manon family's life and becomes romantically involved with Christine. His mysterious past and connection to the Manons add an element of intrigue to the story. Adam's character represents desire and temptation and serves as a catalyst for the play's. Hazel Miles. Hazel is a family servant who has unrequited feelings for Oren. She is a symbol of the lower social class and the complexities of relationships within the household. Her character highlights issues of class and social hierarchy in the play. Seth Beckwith. Seth is another servant in the Manon household, and he is loyal to the family. His character embodies the working-class perspective and provides insight into the family's dynamics from an outsider's point of view. Mourning becomes Electra by Eugene O'Neill is rich in symbolism, with various objects, actions, and settings carrying deeper meaning and contributing to the themes and motifs of the play. Here are some notable symbols in the trilogy. The Manon house. The Manon family home is a symbol of tradition, repression, and the weight of the past. It serves as the backdrop for much of the drama and represents the confinement and psychological burden experienced by the characters. The sea, which is often mentioned in the play, represents both freedom and danger. It is where the character of Adam Brandt comes from, symbolizing the outside world and the disruption he brings to the Manons' lives. The sword cane. Ezra Manon's sword cane is a powerful symbol of his authority and moral code. After his death, it becomes a symbol of the family's legacy and the duty that Lavinia feels to uphold it. The veil. Lavinia's veil is worn as a sign of mourning for her father and becomes a symbol of her grief, and later her transformation as she becomes more consumed by revenge. The veil takes on additional symbolic meaning. The family portraits. Portraits of the Manon ancestors hang in the house, and they represent the weight of tradition and the expectations placed on the current generation. They serve as a reminder of the family's history and the sins of the past. The dagger that Lavinia uses to confront her mother and Adam is a symbol of her determination to exact revenge. It also represents the destructive power of her obsession. Masks and disguises. Characters in the play often wear metaphorical masks or adopt disguises to conceal their true intentions or desires. This underscores the theme of deception and hidden motives. The moon. The moon is frequently referenced and serves as a symbol of change, transformation, and the passage of time. It reflects the shifting emotions and circumstances of the characters. The garden. The garden on the Manon estate is a place of secrets and hidden encounters. It symbolizes the illicit relationships and hidden desires of the characters. The chains, both physical and metaphorical, appear at various points in the play. They symbolize the characters' entrapment in their roles, their inability to break free from the past, and the consequences of their actions.